What's going on? This is DJ Brainstorm on the mic with you right now, coming to you live with the newest episode of the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts podcast. I'm doing a Playboy right here. Playboy always used to sign into the feed, and the feed would come up loud as hell, and everything would be picking up. But so that's my mistake. Welcome back to the show. Playboy, what's going on, man?
Shit, man. What's going on with it, everybody, man? It's Playboy the DJ, Playboy DA D.J, man. Another week, man. Everything Gucci. Ready to get into this shit as usual, man. Let's get it.
All right. Dev, what's going on, man?
Man, it is Big Dev. Dude, I'm going to say something, that I usually, it came from I Am 216, that my homies, man, over there.
Yeah.
Before I started, every show, I would say something. So, you know what I mean? I got to get myself in the right mind frame. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do it here. You know what I'm saying? Right. Every time we start a show and end the show, I'm just trying to spread love in a world full of hate, man. You know what I'm saying? So if ain't nobody else told you lately, I love you. And if you don't love me, it's cool because my mama do.
That's what's up.
It's the real Big Dev 216 everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
That's what's up. So for the people that are tuning in right now, this is our first time going live since February. Yeah. So this is kind of a test run today. So bear with us if we have some issues, sound issues, whatever. Just bear with us as we're trying to get back in the midst of things. But if you are tuned in, if you've tuned in to us previously before when we've been live, y'all know what we do. Y'all know how we are. So we hope y'all enjoy the show. Playboy, how was your week?
It was pretty good, man. Nothing out the usual. Just
you got the Playboy. I got to cut you off.
Yeah,
you got the calmest, most nothing ever happened ass weeks ever. Like,
beautiful. I don't be in the shit, nigga. I swear I'll be on the low sub, nigga. No, I'll be chilling, man. I just every day of the week, Monday through Friday, is straight work. Straight grind, so I don't do that. Plus, I work second shift, so I don't really get into too much.
You always out the loop.
Yeah, my day consists of sleeping and then going to work and then coming home, eating and going to sleep.
Right.
So that's it.
Okay. All right, Dev, what's going on, man? How was your week?
Man, my week was pretty good, man. My little girl was in T-ball this summer, and
that's what's up.
I was the coach of the team, so. Our season wrapped up. 5 of the longest weeks of my life.
It was only 5 weeks.
Man, it was 2 days a week. A bunch of 4 to 6 year olds.
Holy shit.
Playing in dirt, not knowing what a second baseman is. It was just, man, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
And my daughter, she's a girl's girl is crazy because y'all gotta restrain me from not talking sports. You know what I mean? Because I'm like a dude's dude minus the beer. I don't really drink beer. Everything else, scratch my nuts, watch sports, all that shit. But she out there in the middle of the diamond doing her dance moves from dance class. She's spinning around and shit,
not paying attention to
doing
shit.
Curtsies. I'm like, you don't bow after you catch a damn ground ball, man. So, shit was fun, though, man. It was fun, man. I love dealing with kids, though, man. I really do. I enjoy it.
Did they win?
At
the end of the day, it's all about winning. It's all about winning. So did they win?
We don't keep score.
Bullshit. Bullshit. That's the problem with society these days, because you got to sit here and not keep score because we got to be politically correct all the time or whatever. No.
They made us be politically correct with the little ones. We don't keep score, man.
Fuck that. Fuck that, man. Y'all got to keep scoring. I know. All right, Dale, you was keeping score in your head.
I was keeping score in my head.
So did they win?
Dale was sitting like, it's 2-1. We up 2.
We had 2 little kids. I'm not gonna say their names. I feel like you can go to
Fuck
jail.
That,
you can go to jail for that.
Fuck that. Say their names.
Little D's. But anyway, these little dudes. I swear, it's this little white dude, man. This little dude can throw the ball probably from left field to the pitcher's mound at the very least. He can't be no more than 6 years old.
Right.
Damn.
Every time he hit the ball, he hit it out of the infield. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's this little black dude.
Right.
He would get the grounder, right? So nobody held to their positions. He would get the ball and then chase people around the bases and catch them before they got the bases. That's how fast he was.
That's what's up, then.
But they was the only 2 elite athletes, man. But everybody gets to bat.
Right.
No matter what.
Right.
That's boring. Fuck that. That's boring, man. That's boring, man. Like, yo, fuck that. Keep score. How these kids?
I'd have reported if Mo as a father.
Right.
DJ Prince. I'd have been like, hey, we have a father, disgruntled father out here.
Hey, man. Hey.
But no, I'm messing with you. Man. It was fun.
That's
though.
what's up, though.
Brainstorm gonna be one of them fathers that be getting into fights and shit.
It was.
Damn it, the score is 9-8.
It was a video out recently. It was the white people though. They was white people though. So hey, but they probably was from the trailers and shit. But hey,
listen, that they are trying to hold on to the last bit of athletic prowess that they got. Right. Because if they got a son that can play, they want that motherfucker to play all day. Right. Because we are taking jobs in sports, brother.
Right.
Right. So, but that's cool. That's what's up. If you are watching right now in the feed, can y'all let us know if the volume and things like that is cool with that? Again, this is our first run at this in a while, so just give us a heads up. Let us know how that's going with that. Me personally, my week it's been a long week, man. It's I had the funeral that we talked about, with the family that lost their loved one over the last week and a half or so. What's up, Jackie? Jackie said, yo, hey, y'all let us know. Make sure that this volume is fine. Please let us know if it's not. But if you're hearing us, say what's up. Hey, Jackie, what's going on? But like I said, so I had that funeral on Thursday. It was one of the longest funerals I've been a part. I actually had to dip out because I had some stuff I had to take care of. But
is that proper etiquette? Can you leave a funeral early? I'm just asking. I'll leave a funeral earlier than the mother. I'll leave anything early.
You know what it is? I think it's the difference between having a funeral in a regular place as opposed to like a church funeral.
Okay.
The church funerals, bruh, the choir gonna sing, and they gonna keep singing. And that made it really long. But again, I had something I had to do. There were other people that were leaving. I mean, I showed my respect to the family. We were there for the funeral. We had to leave at some point. It was about an hour and a half in when we left. And then even after the funeral, I made sure I met up with the family and made sure that we showed some love to the family, things like that. So, but I did that. So that made it a long day. I actually got some good news. The job that I've been up for, I got a job offer for that. So I have until tomorrow morning to actually decide if I'm going to, take the job.
Yes. I'm messing with
you. So nobody really knows. I haven't talked about it too much on the show yet because I didn't want to jinx anything. And then I know I may have coworkers still that listen to us a little bit. So I didn't want to talk about it too much. And then I'm all of a sudden walking into job. I heard that you was out there interviewing when you took off that one day the other week or whatever. So I ain't really want to do that. But I did have what up, Roddy? Well, BJ, you in the feed, so you'll see that Jackie said, what's up? It's good to be back live. Fuck all that. It's good to be back live.
Yeah,
again, this is a test run for us, but God damn it, for me and Playboy, we've been live for well over a year. Yeah. And so for us, it's good to be back live, man. Hey, talk about that for a second real quick, man.
It's a whole different feeling, man. I mean,
I love when people can see us and they can interact with us real time. So if we say something out of pocket, you can check us right then and there.
And then it's just a testament of how much we love our fans. It's don't get me wrong, it's 100 to sit down and record, and put it out there to all the sites that we put it out to. But at the same time, to get a chance to actually like interact with our, our fans, people that follow the show or listen to the show, ain't nothing like it, man. So it's good to be back, man.
Right. And so if you're new to the video feed, if you never watched this before, obviously Devin is here. Big
Hello.
Dev is here. He is our newest member of DMST. As we said when we first came back from Vegas, Paco's obviously he's left the show. He's doing his own thing. He has his own show that usually is live on Facebook on Sunday. Yeah. So y'all feel free to check that out and support him also in that endeavor as well. So Dev has been here for this is your fourth straight week, or is it the fourth straight week, I think?
Yeah, fourth straight.
Yeah, so Dev is here, man, and we're happy to have him on the show. I explained it to Playboy. I'm like, Dev is on our show. It's like he's jumping out the plane with no parachute. He got all these ideas and all these things.
It's go time, man.
Yeah, let's go. So I mean, we're happy to have him here. What's up, April? What's up, Jackie? My homegirl Jackie said, "Hey, new guy."
What's up?
So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting us. We're gonna keep this video thing going. We're gonna keep making sure that we improve this. We missed our first camera, but hey, it's all coming. Our YouTube is gonna be popping soon. We got some ideas with our YouTube,
right? And
keep an eye out for us when we decide or when we say that we're gonna do something. We're gonna be out somewhere. Yeah. Y'all hold us down. Make sure y'all show up for that.
Yep.
So anyway, we got everybody's weeks. Let's get into some of our first topics of the week, man. Hey, Drake dropped some new music on Friday. That was the expected thing. We knew the CD was coming. We knew it was going to be a double CD from what they were hinting online.
You should have seen Devin's face.
So
I had to look at the camera and show my disdain. But go, my bad.
Yes.
The fuck was that, Drake? I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. God, I was expecting something. I'm sorry.
Oh,
you know that feeling when a new hip hop album is about to come out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you get that, like, I don't know, I'm a hip hop head. You get like that almost butterfly feeling because you about to hear something and you hear the first couple bars.
I hope you ain't get that feeling thinking with Drake coming.
Hell, you know what? I thought, I have fooled myself because I thought that he was like, you know what? He went in my neck. Talking about Pusha T.
I'm
gonna come back at these niggas' necks. I'm gonna drop Drews. Let me tell you where I was at when I listened to it. I listened to the first song and I'm like, okay, it's Drake rapping on music. All right, whatever. Right. So then I'm like, I got so thirsty. I got to the second song and I wasn't satisfied. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me read through these titles. And I'm like, do any of these titles, do they sound like a battle track? So I started searching.
Right.
So you went in listening, hoping that he was just going to be responding to Pusha T.
And I couldn't find it. Then I went to the B-side and I'm looking for it. I'm like, oh, fuck, R&B. This is R&B.
Yeah.
I'm like, is he going to sing him to death? I was just, I was so thoroughly disappointed. And then he had the audacity.
Oh, shit.
To get on a fucking song with Michael Jackson and use auto-tune.
Okay. I'm
through. I'm through.
Yeah. Especially with Joe. Joe just died last week. Like my nigga. Like, yo. Like, Joe up in heaven right now. Like, see what you did, Mike? See what you did, Mike?
I just, and I get it. We don't want to be the old farts, like, get off our lawn and shit like that. But it is a standard that goes along with certain shit, man.
Right. Yeah.
If you were going to get on a song with Michael Jackson, God, man, come on, man. Come on now. You can't use auto-tune on your voice.
Well, what you expect him to do? He ain't a real singer.
Then don't get on a song with Michael Jackson.
All right.
Marsha Ambrosius, I don't know if she wrote Butterfly by Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
and she like redid it a couple times, and then I heard a medley one. She deserves, you know what I mean, to share a track with Michael Jackson.
Right.
Drake don't fuck, man. That's when I'll never listen to that again.
I took a double take, nigga. I looked down at the whole list of the songs and shit, and I seen that shit that said Michael Jackson. I was like, Michael Jackson?
Michael who? Is it a new nigga out named Michael Jackson?
I'm like, hold the fuck up, nigga. Is this a nephew we ain't know about?
A rapper from Iowa.
Michael Jackson. Had a kid
is this
that we didn't know
secret
about?
child we didn't know about?
Right.
Speaking of Drake, you know what I'm saying?
That's the other thing, but go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, man, I was looking like, how the fuck this nigga get Michael? You know what I'm saying?
That song was a real big disappointment, period. It's like you can't, I'm not a fan of taking old shit and adding those vocals just for the sake of having a song. I'm not a fan of that. So that song was very disappointing. For me, overall, with the Drake CD, it's once I saw it was going to be a double CD, and then the word came out that it was going to be half hip hop, half R&B. Shout out to our homie Syer from TOS Podcast. He tweeted one day. He's like, "Yeah, thanks for letting me know. So now I only know I got to listen to the one song. That's it. I mean, the one side. Like I wasn't feeling
crazy, man. Do you understand? See, I get it. I get it. I'm 36. Maybe I'm getting out of touch. You understand? I get it. I'm not. But do they? The level of double albums that have come out in hip hop. You talking about All Eyes on Me? You talking about Life After Death? I mean, if you want to, we from Cleveland, so I mean, you can even when Crazy came out with his shit, Wu-Tang. I mean, you talking about some legendary albums.
If you're gonna do a double album, you really fucking gotta come with it. You really gotta come with it.
Come on now, man. You can't just come out with a double album and play with people, man.
Right, yeah. Right. Just like I just put some shit together.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's a whole gang of people who Drake stands, who love it.
They like it. I mean, look, the hip hop side I like.
Yeah, I do. I like Mob Ties. Yeah. That's one of my favorite songs on there. I like Mob Ties.
Do you believe he got Mob Ties? Okay, good. No. my bad. I'm sorry.
Y'all never know.
I'm sorry. You never know.
Jay Prince, you never know.
True that. You're right. Speaking of Jay Prince, he dropped something too over the weekend.
Jay Prince?
Yeah. It's in my iTunes feed. Yeah. Jay Prince got something out there that came. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, some of the songs on there I do like. You know, like you said, the R&B side of it. Look, Drake been singing since he came out. Let's be real.
Okay, yeah, but
he going into this whole other phase that I ain't really comfortable with, and that aspect of the album I ain't really with.
Yeah, but see, for me, if
he got an Africa Toto song on there too. Like
if Drake puts out an album, I want it to be just the typical shit that Drake does. I don't need you to separate this bullshit that you do. No, I mean, I'm not sitting there saying that Drake ain't hot. You know, he's one of the best selling people out there, all of that. but I don't need.
He said, just say it.
But no, I don't need a half and half.
Yeah,
Personally, I don't need a half and half. So it's like just do the same thing you've been doing. I mean, I understand you got to do some different shit because you got to keep it fresh for people, all that stuff. Like I get that, I understand that part. But no, I don't need half hip hop, half R&B and stuff.
Right.
Just miss me with that.
You don't sing good enough. Now you know what? He do rap good enough. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
If Drake was like, you know what, I'm gonna go bar for bar on, he can rap. But the problem I'm having with him, honestly, this is just from what I like in rap music, is his topic, his subject matter doesn't draw me in. You know what I mean?
Right.
My favorite, and the problem is some years I get caught, like right now, I love Nipsey Hussle's Victory Lap.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love it.
Right.
And it's everything about it. Nipsey Hussle's, some of his subject matter is the same old shit, but it's the perspective he's spitting it from. The actual person who be smacking niggas backstage at the BET Awards. You know where he coming from.
Hey, did y'all
He smacked the fuck out that nigga.
Did y'all hear though? They said that the reason he did that was because the dude said he looked cute or something like that.
I swear to God, that's why I love.
He said
y'all didn't
told
get online?
that nigga he
Listen,
looked like Snoop Dogg.
I got on Salmon shoes today. Don't tell me my shoes cute, nigga. I literally do.
No, but that's what they said. They said if somebody walked up to him and hey, to everybody coming in the feed, we're not ignoring y'all. Hey, everybody, we're going to be getting to the comments in a little bit. But yeah, they said that that whatever the guy said something about he looked cute or something, and that nigga slapped the shit out of him. Now you earned a slap. But that my nigga, it's three of us. Actually, it's four of us sitting here. Our homie BJ is out here from Detroit, so he's sitting off to the side right now. He's taking in the show. It's four niggas out here right now. If a nigga come up to you right now and tell you you
He
cute,
look cute though today. Ah man, what the fuck?
like we're comfortable in our masculinity. I'm pretty sure. But
Y'all niggas better not tell me I look cute, nigga. Fuck that.
I was just about to say, like, Playboy, I ain't never came to you say, you know
I'm
what,
flipping the
Playboy?
table. Nigga.
I ain't never came to you, Playboy, say, you know what, Playboy, hey, you been working out? Squeezing on your arms, hey, you been working out, nigga?
What about me makes you think you can come to me and tell me I look cute?
Exactly.
What the fuck? What am I? I'm mad at myself right
What
now.
am I putting
Exactly.
out?
What am I putting out?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's the nigga I want to tell he cute.
But no, so I got like a standard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a standard bearer that I'm measuring albums against right now.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's the hardest part.
Yeah. I don't know, man. So, but again, ain't nobody coming to y'all, and y'all gonna be getting away with that. But yeah, the Nipsey is cold right now. Actually, like that. And honestly, one of my favorite ones out right now too is still the J Rock too.
Yeah, J Rock shit.
I've been listening to that pretty hard. So, so yeah, that's cool. So I saw something crazy this week, y'all. Let's get into this real quick.
Yeah.
So I saw this Twitter video where there was this car speeding down the highway. And I wonder if anybody else in the feed has saw this week. But there was this car speeding down the highway with a nigga on the hood of the car. Like literally. First thing I said was, man, that must be in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't. I'm fucking with these,
At least Pontiac. No.
at least Pontiac. No, but it was a nigga hanging onto the hood of the car. And I'm like, this shit got to be a joke or something like that or whatever.
Don't lie, that's some Cleveland shit too.
Yeah, that's some Cleveland shit too. But in Cleveland, you would have hit a pothole and that nigga would have went flying. But
Bobby!
yeah,
I love you!
right. But so I'm looking like this can't be real.
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke or whatever until I saw an article. Like I saw it picked up on different websites or whatever. That shit was actually real. What happened was when I was reading articles, what happened was the lady said that the guy on the hood of the car, he's literally on the hood of the car. She said the guy on the hood of the car was her ex, and I guess he was at her house and she wanted him to leave. He wouldn't leave. She had to go pick up her daughter, something like that. And so she just wound up leaving and she got in the car, started driving off. He hopped onto the top of the car, on the hood of the car, like he didn't want her to drive off. She kept driving. So they were literally on 95 in Florida, doing about 80 on 95. With this dude hanging onto the hood. If y'all gotta search, y'all gotta Google it, y'all gotta find this video. It's hilarious, man.
That nigga was literally hanging on.
He's literally hanging on. So my question to y'all fellas, how do you know it's over? Before you get to the point that you're riding down 95 or on our way 77, going around Dead Man's Curve or something. How do you know it's over before you on somebody's hood hanging on for dear life? And that nigga hung on for a minute.
He did.
Yeah.
Nigga did not want to go. It wasn't his turn. Nigga said, it's not my time.
Obviously, it wasn't the time for the relationship either, but go ahead. So y'all tell me, how do y'all think, what is it? How do you know it's over?
I don't think with a female you ever really know it's over. That's the problem. So whatever her name is, Lucretia, it was probably her name. It was her fault.
Don't.
it wasn't all her fault, but it was 95% her fault because it ain't never over. Because she probably like, girl, he loved me. He held on my hood on the free. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you can.
A real nigga can show you the kind of love and tenderness.
You got to really love a motherfucker to hang on to the hood at 80 miles per hour on the highway, nigga.
I don't love. I swear. Everybody know my position. I don't love nobody. Listen, not that bad. Even I'm in a relationship, knee deep. Listen, she want to pull off and go 80. I'll wait till she get back home.
I ain't hopping on the hood.
Yeah, period. I don't know. But in general,
nigga, you know it's over when she take off.
I think it's over, honestly, when the connection between the two people, to go way too deep off into it, but when the connection from the two people, it's really no turning back. You know what I'm saying? Like when you don't think about that person before you think about yourself. It's a lot of things. It's a whole list of things that begin to it's like a snowball. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you don't take their feelings into consideration when you making decisions, shit like that.
Absolutely.
You know it's over. You know what I mean? So the best thing to do is just cut ties before you end up on somebody's hood. You know what I mean?
Right.
On the freeway.
Right.
You know
and we asking the feed too as we're talking about this. What do y'all do? How do y'all know when y'all are in a relationship when it's over? Like when do y'all know it's time to move on outside again of being on the hood of somebody's car? You know, at 80 miles per hour. What you think, Playboy?
I think there's a.
I was thinking about something. I got a story after this.
I think there's a list of things, man. I mean, when you stop being physical, especially with women, I feel like when they reach a certain point, especially if you're living with them, they just be on some like I'm cool type shit. Or when you start sleeping in the basement the entire time. You just start going downstairs and the whole romantic level is just gone. I mean, it's a laundry list of things, or you just don't give a fuck what nobody think. Yeah. Like you said, making decisions and not, entertaining what they got to say anymore. Where True you that. Usually would entertain their opinion or how they thought about something.
True that.
I haven't been there. You just like, I don't even give a fuck no more.
I remember with my ex.
And then you get on the hood.
Yeah. I remember with my ex, I'm sitting. This is when I knew it was over. Right. You know what I mean? Like, we was going through it a little bit. I'm sitting in the living room. I don't remember watching TV or something. But we had one of them kitchens. This is when I was living in Atlanta. We had one of them kitchens where like y'all can't see, but if this was like only halfway up, you could see into the kitchen from the living room.
Okay, yeah. So it had like the little the little bar thing or whatever. Or,
so I'm sitting there and I see her walking back and forth in the kitchen talking on the phone, and she's talking to a girl and she giving her advice. She like, girl, you just gotta, and I'm like, bitch, you don't got this shit figured out here. The fuck is you do? That's when I knew it was over.
Is it two of y'all?
Like, is you talking to yourself on the phone? Who the fuck is you to be giving advice to somebody else about a relationship? That's when I knew that shit was over. I could not believe the gall she had to be giving somebody else some fucking advice about a relationship.
This might be the first time in Black People podcasting that a nigga said gall. This nigga had the gall.
I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. And I'm staring at her as she walked past. She's so into the conversation she couldn't even see me. And I'm just like, what the fuck is you talking about?
You get to having that look. Everybody know that look that you be looking at people that's lying. You know they lying. You just like, what the fuck is you talking about? At that point, you talking to your own damn self.
You start looking around the living room like, is this, the fuck? Am I over somebody else's house? This somebody else, girl? But that's when I knew. That's when I knew that shit was over, man.
Yeah, I like what April said in the feed. She said that when the trust is gone, I agree with that. When if I'm going to the grocery store and you don't even trust her to go to the grocery store, or she don't trust you to go get your hair cut and all that stuff or whatever. Trust is the big thing. And who do y'all think loses trust easier, men or women? Let me ask that real quick because we know men are very insecure, and we won't admit it in a lot of ways, whatever, but we are insecure, especially, and we are the worst when that trust is gone.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Because we put ourselves through hell.
I don't know how to answer that, but I will tell you this. I'll tell you one goddamn thing. When a woman lose trust, nigga, R. Kelly's, that's my nigga, by the way.
When a woman's fed up.
Kales sang about that shit a long time ago. When a woman's fed up, when she lose trust for you, nigga, it's pretty much a wrap. Like, for real. I mean,
you could probably save it.
You may be able to save it. You may be able to, save the relationship, depending on how she really, really, truly feel about you. But once that trust is gone, more so with women, they will be like, nigga, I don't trust nothing you do or the way you move.
Right. It's levels to, I don't know. I think it depends as far as who loses trust easier, because you can,
especially nowadays.
Once you get to a certain point in a relationship, I don't even know if trust exists. I know that sounds crazy. Let me explain what I'm saying. Like, if your woman is going to see Beyonce in DC and then she going with her friends to what's that, Essence Fest in New Orleans,
right?
And then she got a trip to Miami. You know what I mean? At some point, you just gotta allow people to be themselves, because you can't validate your trust. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's no way to. I have trust in this person, and I can prove it by such and such. You understand what I'm saying? You just got to kind of love them and allow them to be who they are. Because, I guess because you do trust them, but there's no way to validate that trust. So you can't really lose it. It just kind of exists now. It just kind of is what it is. Because you no longer can, like, grab them and hold. You know what I mean? You can't, you're not going through phones. You're not dictating where they travel. So I don't know. I mean, that's a difficult question to kind of, you know what I'm saying? To kind of.
Yeah, you know what? What I also think goes into it, too, that plays a part is, a factor of what you've dealt with previously in other relationships. Yeah. People can lose trust real quick and shit if they see certain things that happen or transpire that in a previous shit that somebody else in the new will do. And they be like, oh, no, I seen this shit all before. I know this all too well.
If they've been watching the last couple episodes.
This dance before.
Right.
If I find my suit in the goddamn dirty clothes.
Dude, that shit was hilarious as fuck.
I'm walking out the house. I don't care what we doing. I don't care. I'm leaving you if you put my suit.
That shit was hilarious. If y'all don't know what we talk about, listen to the show from 2 weeks ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know. So what goes into trust for y'all? Let me just ask that real quick. What goes into trust? Because I think it's easy to be like, all right, well, you never cheated on me.
And I think that's what I was getting at. Thanks for to kind of wrap up what I was trying to say. I think some people build up enough good fortune in a relationship that trust is obviously what it's defined as, but it's no longer like they have enough good fortune built up. They've shown themselves to be loyal to you. They don't turn their back on you. They conduct themselves a certain way to the point that you don't need them to prove anything to you. Right. Just let me know what days you gonna be in New Orleans so I can figure out how we picking our daughter up from daycare. You know what I mean? I no longer need you to prove to me anything. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I got, obviously the trust exists, but you no longer need that burden of proof as if, all right, you need to make me feel comfortable with how you conduct yourself. I'm cool with that already.
Right. I mean, I piggyback off of that. I really believe that, showing is more than anything. Right. People tend to go off of what you show them versus what you tell them. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, I think trust is all about what you show a person. Especially if they dealt with previous bullshit, you can kind of build somebody's trust back up if you show and prove. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we're walking into relationships giving everybody full trust, right? Is that what you're saying?
No,
I'm asking y'all, because we should be doing that, right?
And
let us know in the feed too, honestly. So we should be walking into.
It would be nice,
and that's the crazy part. So we're at an age that that we're older. That so we know we've had our past things, past relationships, past situations. Right. But we should be walking into a relationship giving it full trust. Right.
It's like getting a new job. You shouldn't walk in there like, hey, what the fuck is y'all? You should go in there, right, and then you let them prove and dictate to you what you should expect. So you're right. We should expect. You should go in with trust. If you're not in that mind frame to trust another human, then please stop polluting the dating pool.
The whole
pool.
Exactly.
Please, you got to trust the person. If you're not ready to trust, I get it.
Right.
But you're polluting the process now.
Right.
Because now I'm trying to prove some shit to you. I don't know you.
That don't need to be
What the
proven.
fuck? What's my auntie's name? Bitch, I don't know you. The fuck? We got to.
Do I like cherry pie, apple pie?
Yeah. Have I ever fucked somebody on their period? Tell me. Yes or no? You don't really know me. You don't know me like that. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta have some sort of openness, and that's the thing. Because we don't know each other, we for whatever reason nowadays we tend to not trust because we don't know.
Yeah.
As opposed to giving people some general benefit of the doubt.
Right.
Until they prove you wrong.
True that.
And it makes you vulnerable. But if you're going into a relationship and you're not vulnerable, what the fuck are you going into a relationship for?
Yeah,
you got to make
that's
yourself
true. I get that point.
And that's the mistake everybody make. Yeah.
I mean, just flat out, I believe that when you get into a new situation or relationship with somebody or period, you have to have that trust factor until the person proves you wrong. You have to, because if that's the case, if you going in with the mentality that it's not going to be good, then what you getting into?
But you know that's what people do though.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody carries their baggage with them all the time. Like you never sit that shit at the door and just say, "I'm gonna walk in. I'm just leave my bags at the door."
I think
you carry that shit right into your house.
This is the thing people are scared to say, and I'm not going to be scared to say it. Unsuccessful relationships carry baggage into the door. The successful ones figure out how to put the baggage at the door. Then the nigga, if he's a good man, I can only speak from a male's point of view.
Okay,
go pick up your baggage and put it where it's supposed to go.
He'll separate.
But the
shit,
successful relationships know to put that baggage by the fucking door until we can figure this shit out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know you well enough yet.
Right.
I need to get to know you before I get to know your issues. I don't know you well enough.
I feel that.
Right.
You know
I get
that. So
like,
you're right. You're right. But those are unsuccessful relationships.
Do you know that I like grandma cracklings?
Yeah.
Like, do you know that?
Yeah.
They're delicious. Go ahead, Brainstorm.
Can I put my thumb in your booty? I don't know yet.
They're delicious. Yes, I'm talking about the ones on Woodworth at the corner store. They're delicious.
That's what's up.
Sometimes months expired. So what?
Hey, it is what it is. Hey, so we want to make sure that we shout out our homie Jay Sean Champion. We will be doing an event with him. I guess in a couple of weeks on July 14th down at Take 5 Lounge. It's called, what is it? Sundresses and V-Nets. Sundresses and V-Nets. Me, myself, and Playboy, we will be DJing that event.
Yes.
It's going to be a live event. It's going to be a lot of fun. Take 5 Lounge, Saturday, July 14th, $10 all night to get in that night. Y'all should pull up. Y'all should come kick it with us. Have a good time, have some drinks, have some food. It's going to be good music, a lot of performers.
Absolutely.
If you've been listening to our show lately, you've heard the commercial we've been running for. Shout out to Big Dev on that commercial.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Saturday, July 14th, y'all should come kick it down there at Take 5. So, all right, let's keep it rolling. Dev, you had a point with something that you saw this week, or something that related to like churches and a couple of things that you saw online this week.
I want to get y'all opinion on this because I got some strong opinions, but so I was reading something. The man, the number 45, he just passed
45.
That's like Jordan's number when he came back.
Yeah, but he ain't no Jordan. He's far from Jordan. But go ahead.
He just passed some. He just instituted something where nonprofit organizations are going to have to pay taxes on certain things. So churches, a bunch of different nonprofit organizations, but the ones I'm focused on is churches.
Right.
Churches are going to have to pay taxes on certain shit, and they're not too happy about it.
Right.
Of course they're not.
So, first of all, do y'all have an opinion at all on that? At all?
I do. They should have been paying taxes in the first fucking place. And I'm dead serious that, and this has nothing to do with my feelings with church or nothing like that. It's because of the fact that in our society, it's supposed to be separation of church and state, but there's not separation of church and state.
No.
You see them involved in every election. You see politicians going to their churches and trying to get votes and all that stuff. You see their mentality, even in our politicians to this day, about abortion and all these things. It's no separation of church and state. So when it comes to that, I don't give a fuck. Pay your fucking taxes.
Exactly.
Motherfuckers are coming in your churches, giving their money, their tithing, quote unquote. And I got a camera.
God, I wish we had drops. I wish I had church music to play up under this.
They're tithing right now. But don't nobody know where this money is going. Yet and still, I don't care who gets offended by this part. I'm sorry. Yet and still, your pastor is riding around in a badass car. You know, you got them mega church pastors asking for jets. You know,
nigga, I'm about to say I do you one better. Jets, nigga.
Shit.
Fuck the cars.
I'm cool on that. Pay taxes. If you don't want to pay taxes, stay out of everything. A politician want to come to your church, say nah, I'm cool. Stay out of everything.
There's a pastor in the city that helicopters from service to service on Sundays.
In our city? Which pastor? I need to go to his church next week.
Vern?
Oh, Vernon, he ain't. Is he really helicoptering?
Helicoptering from church to church.
We've talked about him on our show. We've talked about him. Pastor Vernon, I'll say his name. I don't care.
In the pulpit.
I don't care.
I'll never forget, he almost got me. I went to this thing in Cleveland at the convention center. When it used to be called the Convocation Center.
Yeah, Convocation Center.
Cleveland Stage, gym.
Yeah.
And he had this Easter service. I'm like, hell yeah. He had me turn up. I almost had a robe on in the crowd. I'm like, nigga, I'm down. Can I be a junior pastor? Nigga, I'm with it. I went to church the next Sunday. That nigga was not there.
Who was there?
I don't know, some other pastor, but he had like, I'm gonna be there every Sunday, and blah 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 blah. And everybody, you know, we at Cleveland State, so like it was 15,000 motherfuckers in there, bringing money up, throwing it on the stage. I'm here for the community, and I'll be here each and every Sunday for my people. And these people get their money and they be gone, and they go somewhere else. Now I'm gonna be right with my saints. And I'm like, hell yeah. I go to church next Sunday, nigga ain't there. I said, well, God damn it. The fuck was you almost had me. It was like that one commercial, like, that dollar, I almost got it.
Oh, you almost got it.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Gotta be quicker than that. He almost got me, man.
Yo, I didn't know he helicoptered. April said he sure do. Like, I did not know he helicoptered
From service to
around
service,
the city.
Right? Yeah. So I
Ain't that a bitch?
I kind of did the math real quick. I know you want.
Go ahead.
I did the math. Let's say
niggas do have degrees in DMST. Go ahead.
do
Go
this.
right ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm being modest as shit right now. I'm being so modest.
Okay, let's go.
Let's say we got 200 members.
Right.
All right. Go to morning service.
That's
second
very
service.
modest.
That's modest.
That's very
And let's
modest.
say they only give $50 a head. Only $50 a tithes for 200 people.
Okay.
That is $10,000 a Sunday. That's $40,000 a month.
Tax free.
That's at your most modest of churches. Tax free. You got to pay for lights, utilities. So let's go on extreme end. Let's say $700 a month for lights and gas and water. That's extreme as shit.
Let's make sure we write in the building fund. I'm sorry.
Building fund. Oh yeah, forgot about
Please.
the building fund's another 10, but we're gonna tuck that away for the bins.
Bando.
So that take them down. That take him down to like 39,300.
Right.
39. He got to pay his salary.
Okay.
So let's say we give him $2,000 a month. That's too little. Let's give him $5,000 a month. It's 34,300. Deacons
nigga
don't get
really was
paid.
doing math.
Deaconesses don't get paid.
Right.
The secretaries. Let's say you pay the band good. Let's say you pay the band good. Say you pay the band $500.
Right.
32,800 is what you got left right now.
Right.
Let's say you do pay the secretary and security. Say it's $800 a month. $32,000. Let's say some other bullshit come along. You buy some chickens and turkeys. $30,000 a month.
Chickens and turkeys.
$30,000 a
Turkey
month.
vultures, nigga.
Times 12. That's $360,000 a year for a modest church that sit in the middle of these fucked up. Let's take 105 Churches Row. I don't know if you know. We got a street in Cleveland, 105 in St. Clair, between St. Clair, probably with the Superior.
Yeah, St. Clair Superior.
I'm not joking. You got 20 churches on 105. We talking about 2 mile strip, mile and a half strip. You might have 20 churches. So you're looking at about $360,000 at least at the very a year. In the middle of these fucked up communities, multiply that times 20. That's $7.2 million on 105 in Cleveland.
My math ain't as good as yours,
Come
so I'm
on,
taking
bruh.
your word for it.
Right.
But that's what I was going to say when you were saying all these numbers. It's the fact of these churches are in the middle of ghettos and fucking, and I'm saying ghettos, but just the hood.
Yeah,
and they're in the middle of the hood, and how much of this money that you really do take in,
Man, how much are you
goes back to that community? Like, what are you really doing for that community?
105 should look like goddamn University Circle with all them churches.
Bruh. I just saw
You just took exactly what I was gonna say, nigga.
This should be a burgeoning community. Another word they never
Exactly.
used.
But
if you
we
took that
constantly
money and put it back into the
Yeah,
community.
but we constantly got abandoned houses and buildings.
It don't make sense to me.
And different shit in the hood that can't get rebuilt. And look, the thing is this: they always promote themselves out there. You do it, and I ain't even saying that they don't do certain little shit. I'm not saying that they don't.
Yeah.
But the reality is, at the end of the day, that's chump change what they doing out there. Because what they bringing in
It's crazy.
is beyond me.
Detroit, shout out to High Davis.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know.
That is beyond me.
Next time, the nigga be.
BJ is probably boiling right now.
Hold on. I'm on St. Clair. Next stop to Bedford.
Yeah.
We hop in the helicopter. Just fit up.
Exact breeze. Back down the Shaw for the 11:30. It's finna be man. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Man.
I really
man.
didn't know this dude was in a helicopter going from service to service or whatever. I honestly didn't know that.
I'm trying to figure out where the nigga land. Do he land at the old Privé on Euclid? Like where does he land? What we had a
No, you good. No, you good. No,
Oh.
we still going.
Oh, I
My
thought-
phone is dying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad, Joe. I
I'm about
thought,
to get the charger. Go ahead.
we had an interruption in the feed. But no, that's my thing. Like, where is he landing? On
Right.
top of Shaw in the courtyard? Like,
Nigga,
I don't understand.
You
man.
never know, dude. I'm telling you. I mean, look, I could go on and on about my feelings towards like stuff like this, and it ain't because I'm biased or anything like that. But The reality is, I know for a fact. Oh, come on, man! You got all this freaking money coming in. What? Look, I'm gonna tell you. We gonna go back to this because we already said this in previous shows, like some shows ago, and it's still a marker for me. Anytime your kid is on Sweet 16, I got a problem.
Man, I can't remember if I was in Atlanta or still in college when that came out. One of the two. I wasn't in Cleveland, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, is that Pastor Vernon? It threw me off, man. But yeah, it's just a lot of excess money. And for my, maybe I'm wrong, but I was led to believe that the church's main goal was to integrate itself in the community in which it lies, so that it can help the community. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a lot, and maybe I'm off by $1 million or $2 million, but it's a lot of free money. Not meaning free, but like excess money lying around in our churches in the black communities. Okay. And so anybody talking about it?
Okay. So April said that most black churches don't bring in as much as we think. I guess it depends on the actual number of people. But she did say at the same time, church is still a business, so people still have to be paid.
But who's getting paid?
That's my question. Who's getting paid?
Maybe a secretary or two. Like, we got a security guard at the church I grew up at. They pay the band. We do.
Is his name
Morning
Otis?
Star. I can't remember his name.
Otis, the security guard?
The band, I know, gets paid every Sunday.
Yeah.
But I think that's modest. And, I'm not going to combat it because I'm not knee-deep in church enough to, I haven't been to church consistently in a long time.
Right.
But I know for a fact that there are people paying a lot more money in tithes than we want to admit. There are old grandmas and grandpas who pay a lot of money and always will.
Yeah, absolutely.
$50 to me, and thinking about it, $50 is a very small amount to say every Sunday, but I just pick $50 because, whatever. That's an average amount for some people, because some people might give zero.
Okay, time out. Is that really an average amount for the church? I mean,
I think it's way more.
Our feed let us know, people in the room, if y'all want to let us know, BJ, Kelly, if y'all want to let us know, is $50 like a average donation for a church on a Sunday? Like,
I used to be a janitor.
We're going to get him a microphone.
Yeah.
We're going to get him a microphone. Yeah. BJ. I'm sorry, our homie BJ is here. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like at one time when I was at a Baptist church, I was the janitor. And my pay was ultimately modest, but like I actually had the opportunity to go and clean the I don't remember what they called it, but it was pretty much
the treasury room.
The treasury room. And
niggas will sleep on money. Niggas
He went to clean the vault.
Right. So I went into the treasury room, and unfortunately, I saw the pay scale written out. And on average, you got to think all of those old folks, they get their pensions and Social Security. They are giving those dollar amounts all in one sitting. So you might get, the
10%. They'll give it to you, bro.
Could be 15 to 2,000, depending on how long they've been sitting on money. And that is a real thing. But because there's so many different accessories to the church now, where it's like a car service, it's like the adjutants, all of these dudes that just kind of acquire these responsibilities, it does come out, the church expenses.
That's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
And I said, I'm proud. Obviously, we're not adding everything into it. All I know is it's a lot of excess bread.
That was the point I was gonna get ready to make before BJ got on. Nigga, it's 10% of what you got coming in.
Exactly.
Like, nigga, that's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Some people out here making, $100,000 a year. That's going to church.
And so when I go $50, that mean I gotta assume that.
I'm sorry, I ain't going to nowhere giving you $50 a week.
They do it.
Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm sorry. Personally, I'm not. I can't. But y'all saying that happens. Like that's
listen. My parents, when I used to go to church, bruh, they would give 10% of their income every week.
I mean, I get the 10% because that's the thing. But they say when you tithe 10%. All right, whatever.
We talking about 90s. We talking about, and I ain't gonna get any money out. So I'll tell you hypothetical. $1,200 from my mother and $1,300 from my mother, $1,000 from my father. That's $100, and then $130 and $100 from him every time they went to church. That's just them.
miss me with it. I mean, but
and we was modest. We grew up in East Cleveland, so we had bread. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I understand. I understand that there are people in our feed right now that I know that are bigger church people than we are. So if y'all can explain that to us, you know, we will appreciate that. But
slide in the DMs, explain it to them.
Hell, y'all ain't even got to slide. Y'all ain't even got a DM slide on this one. Yo, y'all could do a lot. But I just feel like that's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's just I can't see myself being that responsible for your upkeep. But back to your original question of like you said, it's the taxes thing and all that stuff or whatever. That was the original question. With Trump saying obviously want some legislation he's trying to put into act right now, where churches will obviously have to pay taxes. Again, back to that original point, pay the taxes.
Yeah.
Pay the taxes because you don't separate yourself from everything else. If you separated yourself from all that other shit, that I will be 100% behind you. Stay tax free. I will be 100% behind you. But because you don't do that, then pay them.
It's become way too big of a business to not be held accountable.
Pay them.
Right.
Pay the taxes. I need to know why, what. I need to know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why do you? He was saying some words I never even heard before. What was they called?
Adjutant.
Yeah. Can you give me a job description of an adjutant? Not you. I'm talking about the church. There's just no accountability. They be like, you know what? We're gonna call him the adjutant. He the aggravant. Give him $400 a month. He the adolescent. Like, you're just making shit up. You know what I mean? They need to be held accountable just like any other company needs to be held accountable. That's all I'm saying, man.
Right.
No,
Pay the taxes. Shit.
I get that. Yeah. So I before we move on a little bit more, I know April said that she studied church organizations in school. She said about 90% of churchgoers don't tithe. So I don't know. I mean,
It's
in the black community, they talk about tithing a lot. They talk about tithing. Maybe they don't tithe the amount.
Tithing and giving money every Sunday is two different things. She's probably correct.
Now, she did say mega churches are another thing.
Yeah,
so.
but she's correct. That doesn't mean you don't go and put the little $25, $50, $100 in a little envelope.
Right.
And write your name, but you don't tithe
because if you
tithe, that should come out, and you can file it on your taxes. Yeah, tithing is different,
right? And that's that 10%.
I thought that's the same thing.
No, because I had to go through that shit with. I'm not gonna get personal. I had to go through that a couple years ago because someone very, 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 very close to me was paying tithes, and we ain't been to church since Jesus was preaching. What is going on, man? that don't work. That don't happen no more.
You saying that nigga was at the last meal? You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
That's how long it's been, and we've been paying tithes ever since then. But anyway, but that is something you can literally.
It's been rolling over.
When you pay the tithes, you can call the church and be like, "Hey, my name is Blase Skip. Can I have the statement how much money I paid?" You know what I mean? Because you got like a account number. The shit's crazy. It's like a light bill.
The IRS.
And then you can submit that form to the IRS for your taxes and shit.
Church is a hustle. I don't hate me for it. I'm sorry, y'all. Church is a hustle.
It's the biggest hustle in the world.
It's a hustle.
But whatever. It's the biggest hustle in the world, though.
It's a hustle. All right, y'all. So before we get out of here today, well, what else we got? What you have on your mind today, Playboy? You had anything on your mind with the sunglasses on, looking all cool like you always do, I guess?
No, I'm just chilling, man. I'm still ecstatic over the fact that we live, man. I love the interaction with the fans, man. We
being back,
really miss these people, man, for real. Like,
being back,
right from the heart, man.
It's it is a good feeling. Well, Dev, you've been on one of our shows where we were live, but we wasn't camera live at that point when you were there or whatever. So I don't know. You got anything to hide right now? I mean, hey,
nothing.
You know, because your face gonna be out there, my nigga.
I don't
Hey. We don't need to see you on the unemployment line in a few weeks. Like, hey,
I don't befriend. Can we talk about that? I don't.
DMST shit need to pop now.
I don't friend request.
Like, nigga, we got to get the deal tomorrow.
You get the deal tomorrow, nigga. No, nigga, tonight, not tomorrow, nigga. Tonight.
I don't befriend people that I work with
right.
like that. You know what I mean? Partially because the workforce, what I do, is filled with a lot of colonizers.
Caucasoids.
A lot of Caucasoids. And I don't trust The friends that I have on Facebook, I trust y'all. So obviously, I'm not talking about y'all. You know what I mean? They ex-teammates, they ex-coworkers. I just don't trust colonizers.
You know how weird I feel with that. and all right, let's
not all colonizers.
Let's approach this. You know how weird I feel with that. Like the other day, I had left work. I was on my way home. I stopped to get me some food at Moe's.
Hey, I went to Moe's today.
The nerve of this nigga.
Hold on, real quick. I went to Moe's. My daughter's happy. I got 11 and 4-year-old. They like, oh, they gonna say welcome to Moe's. They ain't say shit. I'm the next person in line. She gonna say welcome to Moe's. Okay, how can I? I'm like, damn, bitch, that's all I get.
Dude,
it's a personal welcome to Moe's. 8 people supposed to scream welcome to Moe's.
Yeah. They supposed to be in there loud as shit, but them niggas they hate they jobs.
Is that Mexican food?
Yeah,
okay.
It's like a Chipotle shit or whatever, type of shit, whatever.
Okay, that's what's up.
I love Moe's. Anyway,
you would love Moe's, nigga.
Oh, man, Moe's is the shit. So I go in Moe's and I run into one of my homies I used to work with back in the day in my retail days, as I always say. He's a as we will say, colonizer, Caucasoid or whatever. But he's always been a cool dude.
Watch him.
He's come on, Dev.
Guard your grill.
Come on. but I'm looking at that like you talking about work, how you say the people you work with. I always think about the fact that how black people, how we wear so many different hats.
Yeah, you got to.
And we have so many different faces and we have so many different voices and all this stuff. I mean, like I've talked about the fact that I do have a job offer out there right now. But I remember the first interview I had with them was the day before I hopped on the plane going to Vegas. Vegas was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We was on our shit in Vegas.
Right.
But nigga, on that interview, I was, hey, how are you doing? Yes. I feel my experiences will bring me to this and these other things. And I had the Caucasoid voice on or whatever. And it's amazing how we can wear so many faces when it comes to our everyday life as black people.
You know what? It's something that I've learned to embrace and I take as a form of pride. And this is why. The weakness, their number one weakness, and it will forever be their weakness. And if we as people, we need to have a show about this, because I love black people. If we as a people could embrace this, they have to be made to feel comfortable in order to function correctly. It's a weakness that they have. And we have the ability to kind of be a chameleon and adjust to our environment because of the environments we grew up in. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got to conduct myself differently when I walk here, on this street, on that bus, in that class, with this nigga. I got to keep adjusting. And they literally can't function if they feel uncomfortable.
When they come out of their comfort zone.
They can't function in uncomfortable situations.
That's why they can lose their job, but they don't know what the fuck to do. And they jumping out the window. They done killed their whole family, and then they jumping out the window or stuff or whatever. Because nigga, we've been there before. We've already know that. Right. All right, cool. Well,
I have no shame taking a bath with boiled water.
Right, absolutely not.
I've done it. Boiled water and cold water will give me a perfect bath.
Real talk. Nigga, no, hold the fuck. Thank you. You just took me back to child. Nigga, I used to use boiled water, hot, cold water so much. Nigga, I used to do it when the water was on. The hot water was on, nigga.
Nigga, take the boiled water bath.
My mother the hot water work, right? I didn't know that, but I like this a little better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just don't understand that shit, man. They don't go through the same things that we've been through. We went through, man.
And that's a weakness, man. You know what I mean? So and we that doesn't make them weak. But it is a weakness that we, it's something that I take pride in. Like, give me any situation and I'll flourish, and it don't matter to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why I always tell niggas, man, all the time, or just people in general that we talk to. We've been through a lot. Especially our hoods, wherever, for that fact, all of us, wherever we come from, Just, I know about the Rouge, man. I know about, what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? River Rouge, up that area, up in Michigan, man. All that stuff, man, shit. We've been through a lot, man. We know how to adapt and, like you said, be a chameleon, man.
Right.
Can we make a quick? I know we don't want to talk about it for too long.
Go ahead.
But can we talk about this little free agency stuff for a hot second?
Yeah.
A hot second?
We'll close out the show with that one.
Listen, I gotta have a little thing with this. Let me break it down.
Please do, because I don't agree with a lot of your takes on that.
You might agree with this one. You might.
Okay.
So right now, if people who don't know, since people don't really watch, sports all like that, I'll kind of break it down. The free agency started last night in the NBA. So players have the ability the free agents have ability to change teams.
And go where they want.
So clearly LeBron James plays for the Cavs. He's still the best player in the world. But LeBron we was talking about this a while ago. The players who were free, who could have possibly teamed up with LeBron James, decided to sign back with their own teams. Chris Paul with the Rockets, Paul George signed back. So Kawhi Leonard probably won't get traded. So this frenzy that people thought was going to happen to play with LeBron James is not happening.
Right.
People are forgetting that LeBron's 33 years old.
Right.
That's like if he was a female. That's like a 55-year-old chick trying to go to the club. Like, I know. Listen, I know she used to be bad. She probably still cute, like Nicole Murphy. Everybody in here
got somebody specific in mind.
Everybody would want to fuck Nicole Murphy. Would you, if you got Nicole Murphy pregnant, you'll be like, shit. She gonna be 73 at our kids.
Your math skills are off the hook, my nigga. By the way, just so you know. But go ahead.
Right.
So LeBron is in this weird position where he still thinks he's a bad bitch, but like the other players are like, bruh, I don't really want to like marry you.
I just want to.
I just want to fuck. Like I play with you for a year or two, nigga. But you not 25-year-old LeBron no more. This ain't 2010, dog. You 33.
Right.
You a little long in the tooth. This nigga got like 40 gray hairs around the bottom of his beard. You ever seen? Right. Niggas don't want to. He still want niggas to build their roster around him.
Right.
We gonna be stuck with this old nigga in Cleveland, or he gonna go to L.A. This shit is gonna go real bad for LeBron. Right. He is.
You think so?
He is. He either got to change what he wanted. He either got to like go back with his kid's daddy or some shit like that. If not, he cannot be the old bitch at the club. Cause all niggas gonna want to do is he think he gonna find his I'm like mixing genres, genders and all kind of shit. But he think he gonna find his husband in the club. He still thinks Paul George want to marry him.
Right.
Paul George can marry you or the younger, cuter Russell Westbrook.
Right.
Pause.
Right.
He chose Russell Westbrook.
Right.
Who's the better player? LeBron.
Right.
But LeBron is 33, Russell Westbrook's 27. You know what I mean? Right. It's a different animal. So
true that.
LeBron is in this weird spot right now. I don't know if y'all remember, even in 2014, before he came back here, he didn't sign to July 11th. Yeah. Nigga, nobody breathed. There was no breathing in the NBA until that nigga signed his contract.
Yeah. Right. That was 2014. Now
last night was like, man, where that bitch? I ain't fucking with that nigga. where the pen at, nigga? I'm going back to Houston, nigga. Trevor Ariza signed for $15 million with the Suns. He a perfect swing nigga to play with LeBron.
Right.
But nobody's trying. Like even the ugly nigga who you turned down a couple years ago ain't trying to fuck with you. Ain't nobody fucking with LeBron on that level. And his only option is to go back with his baby daddy, the Cavs, or try to fuck with the other cute chick. Cute dude or whatever, the Lakers, but also the younger one, the Sixers. But that nigga like, bitch, you gonna have to quit your job and come in here and clean and cook and shit. And he don't want to do that.
Right.
You gonna play second fiddle to Ben Simmons in Philly. LeBron.
Oh yeah.
You can go to Philly, but you're gonna be the same, and it's cool. He'll be the best sidekick in the history of NBA.
Do you think so though?
I would
him come. I'm sorry. The only reason I'm saying that, let me interrupt you.
Go ahead.
The only reason I'm saying that shit is because this past year was LeBron's best year he's ever played.
And it was because this is the worst collection of listen, if you walked into Milton's and Nicole Murphy was in there, she would be the baddest bitch in Milton. LeBron was in Milton.
Little Kim would be the baddest bitch in Milton.
LeBron was in Milton.
Lil Kim, really?
Yeah, in Milton's.
Don't shit on our city that much. Like Lil Kim gonna be the baddest bitch around.
I'm joking.
Okay,
man.
if you walked into the dog pound, Lil Kim would be the baddest bitch in the dog pound. I'm just saying he was the best. He's still great. He's still the best player in the world. Kyrie was gone. Kevin Love kind of timid. You still don't want to like turn. In my opinion, is shaking out like that in the NBA.
Right.
Niggas don't want to turn you're not going to change the entire way you play for a 33-year-old
right
power forward that can play point guard.
That's already that. If you want to keep that analogy, that's already been ran through.
Already been ran through.
Right.
Already been ran through. That was it.
Already. Yeah. And she got this nigga, Dan Gilbert, who will give him everything. So just stick with him.
Our homie Mike Jackson said Ben Simmons got a long way to go.
He do.
Before he's LeBron.
But when you are building
and what up, dog?
Yeah, when you building with a young star, you got to give him the reins. Right. You're not gonna take 2-3 years and take the reins away from Ben Simmons to give them to LeBron.
Look, any team that LeBron signs with is at his point in his career need to be for a championship.
Yeah.
You know,
Period.
And then he can't beat Golden State. I don't give a fuck where he goes.
Why you whispering?
Because this narrative on TV in the media that somehow LeBron got options to beat Golden State.
Right.
Where?
It's hard to beat them as they're presently constructed.
Hell yeah.
I always say Kevin Durant was the cheat code. And when he went there, there's only one person that you could have got to top Kevin Durant, and that person was LeBron James. And guess what? He was already on our team.
I'm gonna put it this way. I know I keep making this analogy all day. It was Nicole Murphy. It was another. She was beefing with her baby daddy, and there was some other cute chick. She like, you ain't gonna be able to get nobody better than me. And somehow he found the cute chick that would cook and clean too.
Scary
Spice.
Like,
bye, bitch.
Scary
Spice. And now all of a sudden, Golden State,
fat ass.
Golden State then found them a bad bitch that'll do everything. So now what? Now what, LeBron? Now what?
Right.
Because the thing is, they got Embiid and they got Simmons, and I don't want to get too sportsy. I'm gonna wrap it up, but like they would have to change their entire roster.
Right.
You can't have inside players with LeBron. That's why they have in these meetings. You have to have shooters. They got to be LeBron and shooters. Can't neither one of them niggas shoot like that.
Right,
Embiid can shoot, but he's not a shooter.
Right.
Right.
See,
So-
but that's a better analogy for what you were saying that he was going to play second fiddle. To me, he was going to be playing second fiddle more so to Embiid than Ben Simmons.
Yeah, that's true. That's
more
true.
so. But them niggas ain't ready.
Yeah, they're not ready
They're
at all.
not ready, though. They not ready. So I don't know,
But
man.
anyway, shout out to LeBron. We'll see what happens, man.
Look,
Right.
by the time we come live, by the time this show drops on Tuesday, he may have announced it. If not by Tuesday, by the time we're live on Sunday of next week,
He definitely would have.
definitely probably will be
Oh,
out
yeah, no
there.
doubt. Yeah.
And if he's back in Cleveland, I'm gonna be so fucking.
This nigga Dev is killing me with
We're
this
gonna
shit,
have a
man.
funeral next week on this show. And I want to say this back to what you were saying at the beginning of the show. I just want to let y'all know, hour and a half is a long time at a funeral. I either want to hire somebody, or hopefully when I die, it's long enough, we got robots that'll just grip niggas up and be like, "That's what's up. Thanks for coming." And that's all I want it to be. Cause I'm gone, nigga. Come, grip up the dev bot, and I'll see y'all niggas later. It's food downstairs. That's all we need. My mama and them will probably we can run a video of like my kids or something saying something good about me.
Right.
Y'all got to be here for an hour and a half or I'm dead, nigga. Y'all niggas got shit to do. I bet you got something to do.
Right. And that's that, nigga.
We about to wrap this shit up.
Shout out to the robots.
Shout out to the robots at the funerals that's gonna be coming
Shout
real
out to the
soon.
Mobot, the James Bot, and the Dev
But
Bot.
I do feel you.
DJ Bot.
I thought
Everybody Bot.
I didn't want to be grim, but I thought about that as I left that funeral that day or whatever about what I would want mine to be, and I didn't want to be grim because I feel like
I know. I know.
because I feel like when you start thinking about those things, Charlamagne says that a lot, you know, especially with the stuff that happened with the XXX Tentacion or whatever. Like he said, people talk about they death and they rap about it. Pac put shit out there. He had videos about him getting shot, this and that. Guess what? The nigga got shot. Biggie put out CDs, you know, Ready to Die, Life After Death. Guess what? That nigga's gone.
Yeah.
All that shit. So I don't want to be that person, but I did think about that leaving out of that funeral of if something happened to me. And I remember I was telling you too, Playboy. I was like, I had watched that the Unsung. I was on YouTube when they watching a bunch of the Unsung episodes, and they were on the one for H-Town. And the cat that you know the lead singer, the one that got killed, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Dino, yeah. And he got killed. But they were talking about his brother was like, yo, they did that one. He had wrote a song about what happens when he dies and how he want people to react or whatever. And he had called his brother like, hey, I want you to help me write this song or whatever. And his brother was like, yo, I'll help you write it, but I'm not singing this shit or whatever. And he actually recorded the song. It's in that episode of Unsung. They play snippets of it. But the thing was, his brother was even sitting there like, yo, I'm not doing this. But 2 weeks later, the nigga was in the car accident and he's gone.
Oh, shit.
So that's why I felt weird thinking about it, leaving that funeral. Like, okay, well, I don't want my shit to be this long and all that stuff or whatever. But, yo, you got to prepare for some stuff or
Yeah,
whatever.
you
Like,
got to.
I don't want, I'm with you. I don't want none of y'all sitting at a funeral of mine for 3 fucking hours. None.
Yeah.
None. But we don't want to talk about it, though.
I mean, because on that level, and that could possibly, hey, look, be a future, conversation and topic as far as really speaking shit into existence. when you really don't have to.
That's
you never
the
know
point.
the kind of energy you put
That's the
out
point.
there.
That's the point.
I look at it like,
Do you believe it or do you not believe it?
it's kind of like talking about accelerating my Tesla I'll never buy. You know what I mean? I don't think the energy is this. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but I don't have that same energy. I'm just kind of like
to me, I don't want to do it. But the point.
I just want y'all. I don't want to be robot there. And I want niggas to get in and get out. That's all.
All right, man.
Right, I
so,
feel that.
So we gonna get to work on these robots, making sure that when Dev pass.
Or
Hopefully,
I hire a big nigga. Who's stand there.
you gonna hire it's just a big nigga to stand at the door, and all he do is
Just grip niggas up and be like, "Thanks for coming." That's it. Yeah, y'all can go. That's all I'm saying.
Get the hell out.
you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Hey, yo, thank y'all for tuning in. I
man.
see. I see Mike Jackson. He talking about LeBron going to Lakers 4 years, 154 mil. Look, it's probably gonna happen. He's
Oh,
going
it's in there already?
No, he's saying that. I don't think it's yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Bye, man. Thank you.
Look.
Can we? Do we got to end this show?
No.
Please tell me that's true.
That's what everybody reporting.
It's breaking right now. So
Well, good.
well, okay. Let's say this. This is how we'll end it. What did I say? To y'all earlier.
Yeah.
What?
I just had a bit of a headache. I don't have it no more. I swear to God, I'm not even lying right now.
If those reports are true, if they're true, what did I tell y'all? I said he'll come back to Cleveland and sign a 1-year deal, and that'll be that.
Right.
Or he'll go to LA and sign for 4 years.
Right.
Like it's nothing. And that's
He just said this earlier.
yeah. And that's the part that for us as fans, as Cleveland sports fans, irritates the shit out of us, because yes, we know that if Bron's on our team, we're a championship contender. We know that once he leaves, we're going to be shitty. We know that.
Right.
But the point is, you have been on this whole little short contract thing with Cleveland even before the first time he left. Remember, he signed a short. He was the first one to sign a short deal the first time he left, and that's why D Wade did it. He was the first one to do it the first time he left,
Right.
And then so he didn't want to.
Or he did it a couple years before he left. He did.
That's
it
what I'm
with
saying.
us.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, so he did it the first time, and then he left us, and then went down to Miami and said 4 years. I got you solid. I'm good. And then he came back home and said, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, and it's like, yo, for us, we like, yo, like. Again, what did I tell you? If you're gonna come home, if you're gonna stay here, sign a deal, long term, be done with it, and I'm good. If you're gonna leave, just go, but don't get us off that 1 year thing. And for the people outside of Cleveland, they don't get it. They don't get why we will sit there and how somebody like you can sit here and be tired of it.
I love the Cavs, the
I hate that
Browns,
shit,
the
man.
Indians. I love them to death. I talk about sports more than I talk about anything else in life.
Right.
I got a ring. We went to the finals. For
So
4
they're
years in a row.
saying it's out there. It's just
Yes.
4 years, 154 million.
I'm so fucking tired of LeBron James, man.
Right. Yeah.
The circus is gone. Thank you, God, man.
But you know your team is going to be
I don't
terrible.
care. This is the thing. I don't care.
But that's what I say, and I'm sorry. So we only gonna give a few more minutes
Okay.
because we know people.
Well, this
don't
is
like
this is
our
on
sports
CNN
shit
right now.
Yeah, but that's my thing. It's like, yo, you don't want your team to suck. When LeBron leaves your team is going to suck. You put up with the bullshit that he does because your team is probably going to wind up in the finals, especially in the East.
I think some people don't want the team to suck. I think you understand.
I don't want my team to suck.
I know, but it's almost like to relate it. It's like having those arguments with your mate or the sleepless nights with your kid. You need to do certain shit in order to grow. Like I get it. I know. Like next year, we have a first round pick that will be gone to Sacramento unless we're in the top 10. I, for the betterment of my team, want us to be a bottom 10 team next year so that we can get that pick and draft a Zion Williamson to somebody or RJ Barrett to go along with Colin Sexton. That's where I am as a Cavs fan. Right. I cannot keep sacrificing my future every year, trading picks, trading players that could grow to satisfy this dude who only want to sign a 1 year deal.
Right.
I just, as a fan of my team, like I'm a Browns fan. I'm the people. I am the lifeblood. I'm one of the lifeblood people of sports. We're probably fucking up society. But I buy season tickets to the Browns. I'm the problem.
Right.
I don't really give a fuck. I don't base it on, well, when we get good. No. I love the Browns. I love the Cavs. I love the Indians. I love Ohio State. And I'm going to support them no matter what. Right. Hook or crook, hella high water. That's why I got so much love in my heart for the Cavs, because I I went to a championship parade on June 21st, 2016.
Yeah, and that shit was dope.
I remember that shit
The
like
city was shut the fuck down.
I remember that shit forever. And Kyrie ho ass hit that shot. Fuck anyway, LeBron.
Anyway, all right, so I don't know.
Bye.
Right.
I'm not with Dev. Dev is too amped right now. I'm not with Dev, but look, if the reports are true, then it is what it is.
I wish LeBron all the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, and honestly, I'm not mad at him for leaving. We had a championship.
Yeah.
We had a championship. Like you said, Dev, we was at the parade. So I'm not. I can't.
We're gonna be bad. We're gonna be bad next year, man.
Gonna be bad.
Right.
It's gonna be bad.
But there's a beauty in watching an unsigned rookie average 8 points a game. I know people don't want.
Fuck that,
All
Dev.
right,
Fuck that, Dev.
I can't wait.
Dev, fuck that.
And I'm being to go to Cavs games in like the lower bowl for $22 next year. We're gonna go to some games.
I guess my
We gonna be broadcasting live for Cavs games next year. Like, hey, nigga,
on the court, nigga.
It's the first quarter. We gonna be on the bench. Like, it's the first quarter. Hey, put in Tristan.
I still believe this situation with LeBron, real quick, is still about his family. Possibly, I think maybe they wanted to go to California because I'm gonna be real with you. Lakers ain't beating Houston. They ain't beating Golden State.
They're not beating Oklahoma City.
This can't be about a championship.
I know
You're not going to LA and winning no championship.
I know they hate sports. This is the last thing
It's
I'm really
not going to happen.
Golden State got good, not only because they have great players. Draymond Green wasn't that good the first year. Neither was Klay Thompson. Steph was okay. He twisted his ankle.
They got lucky.
But they grew. Watch Oklahoma City next year. They're not going to be the same team.
Right.
You have to grow. This is one of the reasons why I can't stand LeBron is because this is even a thing. It's like, if you got a problem with it, just go. You got half of a team in February, nigga.
Right.
Half of them had never even been out of the first round of the playoffs. You don't want to watch them grow?
Not
Right.
him.
Russell Westbrook and Paul George are going to get better together next year because they played together for a year.
Yep.
They experienced loss. That's what has to happen. But you know what? I'm not going to get into it. The circus is going to L.A., baby.
And you know what irritates me the most about it?
Go ahead.
Real quick, this is the last thing I want to say. Nigga, you for real signed a 4-year deal when you just completely always shitted on us as far as contracts?
Fuck that nigga. He from Akron. We was just talking about Akron niggas.
I hope he listening to the show.
I love Akron niggas, but I don't love Akron niggas.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
I hope you listen to the show. Suck every part of my dick.
We gonna wrap this up, man.
Every last part of my dick.
We don't know. Look. I'm guessing the shit is official because everybody.
If you knew Gloria,
everybody's
you
in our. God damn.
Right.
So I'm guessing this shit is official, but if not, if y'all watching the feed, then y'all know it is. If not, then and y'all listening on Tuesday, fuck it that we got into the sports a little bit heavy. So anyway,
I'll take it back if it's not for real.
Yeah, we'll take it all back. All right. So anyway, it's been a long Sunday.
Yeah,
shout out to the
it was
homie
fun,
DJ, our 2 Cents Pod and Change the Subject Pod. He's been here. He's
Absolutely.
recorded 2 shows today with a couple people here. So shout out to him. What else we got going on? That's pretty much it. Shit. Hey, the feed, we're coming back live. We'll be there. Y'all hang in there with us with that. So anyway,
absolutely.
Let them know where they can find you, Dev.
Man, it is Big Dev, man. Just here to spread love in a world full of hate. That's it, man. The real Big Dev 216 everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. So go ahead.
At the end of the day, it's Playboy the DJ, man. Playboy DA D.J. You can find me on Instagram, Playboy_James3. You can find me on Facebook under my government. If you know me, then you know me. And you can find me on Twitter, Playboy the DJ. So, hit me up. I don't be on Twitter a lot, like I said before, but
You are never on Twitter,
I'm
my
working
nigga.
on it, man.
I told you I was gonna ride you about that shit.
Nigga, before I didn't before I didn't have no social medias. I think I'm doing better, Brainstorm.
Yeah,
I
but
got two.
You got to sign into that Twitter, dude.
Yeah, I got to. Yeah,
you got to sign into it, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so y'all let us know. So thank you for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So going forward, y'all let us know. I mean, again, it's our first time being live in a little bit, so hit us up. Either on our SoundCloud, hit us up in our inbox or whatever. Just give us some feedback on the new show. I see April saying that Dev is a great addition. So thank you for saying that.
I'll say one last thing.
Go ahead.
I love rooting against LeBron way more than I love rooting for him.
Oh God damn it, motherfucker! I can't. We may have a new member next week. You know what I'm saying? So
Man, they cancel me out that quick, man.
Yeah, we may have a new member next week.
God, I love rooting against LeBron.
I don't know, man. But hey, yo, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We'll be back. We're going to keep this shit rolling, man. DMST Podcast. We've been doing this thing for too long to get this shit up, man.
Right, so,
you can follow us, email us anytime, dmst16@yahoo.com. Questions, comments, feedback, topics, all that stuff. Email us all the time or inbox any one of us. Follow us on our social media as the show page, DMST Boys, and that is BOYZ, and that is on Instagram and Twitter. And then follow all of us separately, also as well. We'll be back next Sunday live. Show us out on Tuesday. Thank y'all for tuning in. I am DJ Brainstorm. You can follow me on all social media, DJ Brainstorm, the number for the letter
U.
And I guess fuck LeBron.
Fuck LeBron.
Shit, I don't know. Shit.
God damn it.
Damn 2 amp, man.
Let's go Ghost.
We out this bitch, man. Peace, y'all.